Hello, Michel Thomas with the Eco Channel. Today we are interviewing Francesco Stipo, the first person to cross the Strait of Gibraltar on a paramotor. How are you, Francesco?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
First of all, what is a paramotor?
A paramotor is an engine with a propeller that a person can put on his shoulder, and with a paraglider can take off from any terrain such as a beach and fly up to an altitude of 2,000 meters or 6,000 feet.
Can you tell us about your experience?
Yes, in 1995 I used to live in Jerez de la Frontera, a city in southern Spain, and it's very close to the Strait of Gibraltar. So I decided to cross the Strait of Gibraltar, which nobody had done it before. So I chartered a yacht, a private yacht, to carry some journalists from local televisions and follow me during this sport event. The plan. I also contacted the Red Cross in Tarifa, and they provided me a boat for rescue in case I fell in the water. But the plan was to leave from Punta Carnero, which is located between Tarifa and Algeciras in southern Spain, and fly with this yacht all the way to Tarifa, meet the boat of the Red Cross in Tarifa, and then cross the Strait of Gibraltar all the way to Ceuta, which is the Spanish enclave in Africa. However, when I reached the Punta Carnero, I noticed that the weather condition had changed, and so the wind had increased, and so at that point I decided to take off from Tarifa, where I lost radio communication in this doing this with the yacht, and so the only boat that followed me was the boat of the Red Cross that was in Tarifa when I took off. So after taking off, I thought my main concern was that the engine would fail, and so in that case I would have had to release the engine and let it fall in the water, because if I fell in the water with the engine, which is very heavy, I would have drowned. So this way, releasing the engine, I would have been able to be rescued by the boat of the Red Cross that was following me. But fortunately, nothing bad happened, and everything went very smoothly, and I flew all the way to the Cape of Africa. And Cape of Africa, I remember that when I was flying, I was seeing the Atlantic Ocean to my right, the Mediterranean Sea to my left, and all these tankers and mercantile ships that were crossing the strait below me. And it was a very, very nice view, and I would say pretty much unique. And then I reached the Cape of Africa, and from the Cape of Africa I flew along the coast of Morocco all the way to Ceuta. And when I reached Ceuta, the wind of the Sahara started pushing me back to Europe, and at that point I decided to make a emergency landing right in the middle of Ceuta, in a street next to the port of Ceuta. And when I landed there were several homeless people that came to me and said, "Who are you? Where are you coming from?" And I said, "I just crossed the Strait of Gibraltar with a paramotor. Please take me to the port of Ceuta, where a boat is going to take me back to Spain."
Very fascinating. I mean, very interesting and quite fascinating. And how long did it take you to cross the Strait of Gibraltar?
It took me approximately 1 hour. I had a tailwind from the Atlantic Ocean that pushed me to Africa, and then when I was over Ceuta, I had to fly over Ceuta for a few minutes because the Sahara wind started pushing me back. So at that point I had to find a place where I could land, and I found this street near the port of Ceuta, and finally I landed there.
Fascinating. And here you have it, folks. Francesco Stipo, the first person to cross the Strait of Gibraltar on a paramotor.